term that we find in our Hebrew Old Testament for this love that's used here in Psalm 100, the love of God for his people. It's one of those words that in the Hebrew language you have to spit a little bit to say. Chesed. That first H has that like clear your throat, cough, spit kind of vibe to it. But it's a word that's unique in the Hebrew Old Testament and used for the love of God for his people. And it's the word, as you look at verse 5, that's amplified by two words: steadfast love. Chesed, steadfast love. If you continue to dive deep into it, you see other kinds of synonyms such as steadfast loving kindness, unfailing faithfulness. But something else that you find the deeper that you look at that word is a sense of obligation. Not an obligation that comes from some outside force, but an obligation that comes from within. It is as though the love of God is so steadfast and so constant that inside it, it swells within itself an internal and an eternal obligation to itself to be unending. Constant love, unfailing love. The love that God has for us is fierce, it's mighty, it's strong, and yet it's as sure as the ground we stand on. Faithfulness, steadfastness. His steadfast love for you as a child of the Most High God, is unending. His faithfulness to you in here who are children of God, you've come to that place in life where you've placed your faith in him. You realized you were never going to be good enough to receive the favor of God, and so you looked to the sacrifice of Jesus Christ on the cross, and you saw that bridge that he became, taking on the price, paying that price for your sin as the substitute, and you, by placing your faith in him, became free from the bondage of sin and walking in the hope of God's righteousness given to you. And if that's you today, then God's love for you is unending.